A lot of people give manifesting a bad rep. You wanna be practical. Hi guys, my name is Caitlin. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about manifesting. I love this topic because I love the idea of taking power and control of your life. Now, I think a lot of people give manifesting a bad rep because it's very woo-woo and spiritual, which I totally get. You wanna be practical and live your life in a practical way, and that totally makes sense. But manifesting isn't about being spiritual. It's actually about empowering yourself to live the best life you can live. So I think that all of us have somewhat of a vision for our lives, and manifesting can help you bring that vision into a reality. Sometimes we let life happen to us. We let our family dictate where we want to go, or we're just kind of blowing in the wind and just going with the flow. So sometimes that creates a life that we're not necessarily happy or fulfilled with. And what I love about manifesting is it brings the power back into your own hands and allows you to take steps to create the things that you want to create in your own life. And I think at the end of the day, it's not always about getting what you want or your manifestation. It's about the journey of getting what you want. We're human beings and we need to experience new things. Manifesting helps us grow into a new person. A lot of times you're finding fulfillment through the journey of getting towards where you want to go and not the actual thing. So I would definitely keep that in mind if you feel like your vision for your life or your dreams are unrealistic, because sometimes it's not always about the vision or the dream. Sometimes it's about the fulfillment you are getting through going through the journey to get to where you want to go. So I like to think that there are 3 main ingredients to getting your perfect manifestation. 1 is taking action. The second is doing the inner work on yourself to become a vibrational match to the thing that you want, or becoming the person that has the thing that you want. And 3 is a little bit of luck. So I have 5 main steps that I like to take when I am manifesting. The first step is I really like to write down what it is that I'm manifesting. I am being very specific about my manifestation. I'm writing what it is that I want, what I want it to look like, and then also what kind of problem I'm trying to solve. So for example, if I am manifesting a new job and I am manifesting this because I don't like my current job position, I want to write out specifically why. So maybe I'm working a lot of overtime. Maybe I'm completing more projects. I have more on my workload than everyone else. I want to write those things out, and then I want to write out what I want my new job to look like. So if I'm upset that maybe I have a lot on my plate, I'm working overtime and not getting recognized for it, I want to write out in my new job that maybe I complete all my work on time by the end of the day at 5 o'clock. And I'm also being appreciated for what I'm doing. I'm able to advance my career during my normal work hours. Okay, so that is what I'm looking for in my manifestation. So I'm being very specific about my current issue with my current job, and then I'm also being specific about what I want in the future for myself. My second step is to then create a plan of action. We know that there are many things that you can do to get a new job. You want to maybe start rewriting your resume, write some cover letters, apply to jobs on LinkedIn, go to networking events, and I would write those step by step by step so you know and you have a plan of action of things that you need to do in order to get to where you're going. Step 3 is to start taking those actions. It's to get out of your own head, stop procrastinating, and to just start doing. This is the hardest part because a lot of us are perfectionists, a lot of us are afraid of failure, and so therefore we're not taking the steps that we need to be taking to get to where we're going. And at the end of the day, I like to remind myself that when I'm, not feeling great, when I don't want to do the thing, to just keep swimming. I take a lot of inspiration from Disney movies, and Dory from Finding Nemo has been my new inspiration. So whenever I don't feel like doing something, I just remind myself to just keep swimming, because eventually I will end up somewhere different and in a better spot if I just keep going. So again, this step is all about not thinking, just doing. So just take the steps and just keep swimming. Step 4 is to really start doing the inner work and find peace with where you're at. And this can be really hard because a lot of times many of us are in very difficult situations that we're trying to manifest our way out of. So using the original example of, okay, you're looking for a new job because your current boss doesn't appreciate you, you're working all of this overtime, and you have too much on your plate. Okay, so we need to learn to sit and be in this environment and to find peace with it and accept it. Another thing that we need to start doing is taking a look at ourselves and realizing what we're doing to contribute to this situation. And I know that this is triggering, but this is also a very important step, because when you're trying to manifest something new, if you're not doing the inner work to change yourself, you are most likely going to manifest the same scenario, even if you do find another job. So when we're changing ourselves, we're changing our vibrations and how we're interacting with our environment. And when we're changing how we're interacting with our environment, toxic job opportunities are less likely to hire us. And we're more likely to be in a vibrational match with a job that is not going to overwork you and is going to appreciate you and give you lots of job opportunities to expand your skill set in a healthy way. So what I would say to you is to look at yourself and to say, how can I find more peace within this environment? Okay. So it sounds like you're working past 5 o'clock and it sounds like you have too much on your plate. So this is where you would maybe need to start advocating more for yourself and creating more boundaries around work. Now, it's not always realistic to tell your boss no, but the more you're able to advocate for yourself and become stronger mentally, the more likely you're able to advocate for yourself in any scenario ever. And you're gonna just start creating more peace in your life in general, not just in your work environment. As you start to change, everything around you changes because your reality is a reflection of you. And this is kind of where the spiritual woo-woo stuff comes in, and that's fine. You might think I'm crazy, but your reality is a reflection and a mirror of you. So when you're taking the necessary actions to change yourself, then your environment changes and you're more likely to attract what it is that you actually want, which is a job that appreciates you and gives you helpful work opportunities that aren't taking up too much of your time and allowing you to grow as an employee. So this is a step that I wouldn't miss, and it's just important for you to grow and use the situation that you're in to positively impact yourself. And at the end of the day, it's all about how you look at things. So not every situation is favorable, but you can use it to impact your life in a favorable way. And finally, step 5 is about watching your manifestations come in. So you've done the hard part of taking the actions, and you've also done the inner work to change yourself. So now it's time for you to watch your manifestations roll in. The idea is to just be present and be receptive and allow things to come your way and watch things unfold naturally. This is my favorite part because this is where you get to let life surprise you. And a lot of the times when you take the actions and you do the inner work, you are more likely to be positively surprised by your manifestation. So manifesting can be hard. It can push us out of our comfort zones and encourage us to do the things that we don't want to do. But at the end of the day, it's important for our own growth and personal fulfillment. And again, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey and learning to become a better version of yourself. The manifestation is just the cherry on top. I think that it's important for all of us to empower ourselves and take control of our own lives. I hope you're able to do that and live a happy and more fulfilled life. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!